Hey guys, this is Carly. It's been a long time since I've done a video, but I'm gonna do stuff that's a little bit different than what I usually do. So yeah. So if you're new to my channel, my name's Carly, and if you haven't subscribed, it would really make me happy if you did subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, then I will keep doing videos and keep making more, depending on how people respond. So we'll see how that goes. So, but just something that's been on my mind and that I want to talk about that I think will probably help people in a lot of ways, especially people who are in school, like me and myself. I'm currently an online student with Liberty University Online. So so there's probably a lot of people out there, a lot of you out there who do school online. And me, I personally like it because it's very convenient for me with my busy schedule with work and everything. It's so convenient to do something online and not having to worry about going to a class and stuff like that. So I personally do enjoy it, and it's been going pretty good so far. And so I'm basically going to be called Tips for Online School, and I'm going to talk about the five most important ones in my opinion that I think you should think about when you're doing school online. And I hope that you will follow these tips and find them helpful in a way. So I'd say my first one is remember that 8 weeks compared to 16 weeks is a lot different. Now, depending on your school, it may be different with how the classes go. Mine in particular, the classes are 8 weeks, no longer than 8 weeks, and then after 8 weeks you start new classes. So, but it depends on the school. Every school is different, so you may have a different school where maybe the classes are a little bit longer. So I guess it depends on the school, but compared to a regular class that's a full semester, most schools are usually combined into 8 weeks, and it's a huge difference. I had to adjust for sure, because I was someone who went to classes and I had a full 16-term class, and then adjusting to 8 terms, it's a big difference. So it does take time, and I had to learn how to do it. And at first it was hard because it's different. It's not something that I was used to. So but as time went along, it got easier, and it got much easier for me to do it. And so you just gotta remember that it's a big difference. Everything is combined into 8 weeks, so it's a lot more work they have to get done on time. And so you have to think about that. It's different, and it has to be something that you're willing to do, that you're able to do. You have to say to yourself, am I able to do this? Am I able to do a class in 8 weeks? Is it going to be too much for me? Am I going to be able to handle it? This is something you have to think about before you consider the decision to do this, because it is a big decision, and it is an adjustment, and it takes a lot to have to do all that stuff in that short amount of time, because it goes really quick. And so you have to remember that and think about that first before you go ahead and make the decision to do it. And you just remember that it is a big difference. And so the next thing is, don't be afraid to ask for help. It can get hard, it can get challenging, and and some people think that they can do it all by themselves, which is fine, because some people like to do it all by themselves and not ask for help. But there can be moments when it can be very, very hard, and you just say to yourself, I can't do this. So don't be afraid to ask for help. You can ask your parents, you can ask a sibling, you can ask an aunt, whoever it is, and you can even ask your professors. You can email them. And me, I've had some really, really great professors in the past who were very helpful to me and were always willing to help me out when I needed help. And so even though you can't see them physically, they're very helpful, and they can help you in a way if you're stuck on something, because they care about you and they want to make sure that you pass, and they will be there for you to help you out. And so don't be afraid to ask for help. There's people who's willing to help you, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Everybody is going to need help at some point. So that's something that you can do. And I would say my next tip is read over your material more than once. It's because when you do online classes, it's definitely a lot. It's a lot of reading. And me, I'm someone who enjoys reading, but depending on what it is. So, but it's very important in my opinion, I think, to read the material more than once, because especially if it's something that's hard to understand, you want to make sure you read it fully and that you fully understand it. I mean, read it as many times as you need, 3-4 times, however many times it takes you to understand the material. So you can read it twice or 3 times. Because a lot of the tests and quizzes that they have, especially the classes I take, come out of the reading, come out of the chapter. So when you read something, make sure you read it again, read it over until you fully understand the material and that you know what exactly it is you're reading. It's so important, and it would definitely help you do better on that work and succeed in the class. And next one is that, remember, this is college, not high school. So, big difference. College, there is just a lot more work involved and just takes a lot more time, a lot more effort. That's pretty much what it is, but it's different than high school. You have more classes, more advanced classes, just more work, and it can be overwhelming, it can be stressful, but you just gotta really just do the best you can, and works hard, and and anybody can do it. You just have to pull through and be confident and know that you can do it and not give up no matter how hard it is, because in the long run it will pay off and you will do well. But it is college, so yeah, it's something different. It's something that you have to grow up for, you have to be ready for. And it's not for everybody, but if it's something that you want to do, it's something that you have to really think about and know that you have to really make the time for it every day to do it and to succeed, especially if it's online, because that online is more work, in my opinion, and does take more effort. But it is college. It's a big difference. You're not in high school anymore, you're grown up, you're an adult, so you have to really think about these things and know that it's going to be different. And my last tip, my number one tip that I think is the most important, is do not procrastinate. And there's probably a lot of you out there who struggle with procrastination, and me personally, I've been lucky, I guess, because I've never been that kind of person. I've never procrastinated. I've just never been that kind of person. It just was not something that I had an issue with. But there's people I know who have that issue, and a lot of people have that issue, struggle with it today. And and I understand that people have lives and people are busy, and you have so much other stuff going on, but it's really important to try and not to procrastinate, because if you do that, first off, it's gonna really stress you out, because you're stressing out saying, oh, I have to get this done by this time, I have to get this done. Second of all, you can be up all night getting it done and you'll not sleep, which is not good if you don't sleep. And the other thing is that if you wait till the last minute, you may be rushing and you may leave something out that's really important, and then it can really hurt your grade, and you won't do as well as you think, and especially if it's something big where it takes time and research to do it. So I would just say, in my opinion, do not procrastinate, because it can really hurt you, it can hurt a grade, it can hurt an assignment, it can hurt you and stress you out. It's just not something good to do. It's really better to get it done as soon as you can, and really, because the better if you do that, the probably would be better for you in the long run, because you can do better in that class and in that assignment. So that's pretty much it. Those are my 5 easy tips for online schooling. Someone like me, I use these tips every day getting ready to start classes, and it's very helpful for me. So for any of you out there who do online school, I hope these tips will come in handy and that you'll think about them and use them, because I think they work and that they're very helpful. And so I hope this video was helpful too, and if you liked it, let me know. Maybe I'll do more stuff like this, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. It would make me happy if you did. So anyway, I will be back soon with another video. Alright, bye guys.